When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Cornhuskers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The short hands, it's Knox. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Fires to the big fella. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster, and they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll try the run. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Willihan. Unleashes to the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown tie. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Huskers will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. He wants to change this route. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. At the 40, there he goes. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. He's now up to 58 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Looking for a man. It's Willihan. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Good, right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Florida State went on the road and just dominated, and that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin picked off. What a play to set him up.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you've got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Bill.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone.
There he goes. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat on hat to go get that first.
He'll keep it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Now the play fake. Quickly complete. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Using his legs, it's Ramsey. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Back to throw, it's Randall. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't good.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the Huskers will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wants to return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Smashes through the tackle. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Unleashes one deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To the air, it's Randall. Fires left. And they can't make the play on third down. The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt.
Number 10, on to punt it away.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now adjusting. Got out of trouble and throws. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
How about that sweet footwork along the sideline? It is a catch. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. To throw, it's Willingham. Here comes the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Under fire. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So now it's 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They go to the draw. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half. Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got...
Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far, and a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up, and another great job that time in coverage.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Dropping back, it's Willingham. Looking for a huge play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Working that left side. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. Turning it on. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth.
Alabama 20, Nebraska 0.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree.
Oh, it's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. The Huskers want to pick up the tempo.
Take over 1st and 10.
To the air, it's Randall. Fires to the wideout. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Ramsey. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
But talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
And the Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. You don't have to make things complicated. You seize zone, you throw the hitch, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to them after the catch is their specialty, can make some...
Breaks into the open. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Quick release by the QB. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Yeah, and a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Give to the running back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to throw, it's Willihan. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. Off the play fake. Punts it out of the air. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. A first down run in the red zone. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.